Hey guys, it's Harleywood. So about 1.5 or 2 years ago, I did a review of the Thrunite TN12, the 2014 model. This guy here. Well, now they have the 2016 model. So I went ahead and upgraded. And there's not a whole lot of difference. I'm going to go over some of them today, but I mostly just want to tout what a great flashlight the TN12 is, especially for the price. Just the simple fact that I've now gone ahead and got 2 of them should tell you how much I love them. Now, I will go ahead and say I don't really use this as an EDC light, mostly because I prefer something a little bit smaller. Right now, I'm currently carrying an Olight M10 Maverick, which actually I've been carrying for a couple years. In comparison, you can see the size difference from a TN12 to something like this. However, in terms of brightness, this blows this out of the water. So there is a trade-off. You got to kind of decide what you want. And I know plenty of guys who carry flashlights that, take the 18650 batteries or 2 CR123s, this kind of size flashlight. I know plenty of guys who do it. For me personally, so far I've just been happy with this. But anyway, I've already been using this one for a while, but I went ahead and boxed it back up so that you could kind of see what you can expect in terms of the presentation. Nice, sturdy construction on the box. The foam pad that's in there. You got your instructions. It comes with a holster, and I commented on this in my last video. The holster is actually pretty nice. It's very, very decent quality, and I always love their lanyards. They're that nice kind of soft neoprene foam instead of just the cheap kind of nylon strap. And then it comes with extra O-rings and an extra button for the tail cap. So let's move this stuff out of the way and go over some of the specific differences about the 2016. Okay, so here you see the 2014 on the left and the 2016 on the right. They are effectively the same diameter and length. When I stand these up on end, I think it's the 2016 appears, if anything, just maybe a millimeter taller. In the product detail page, it says they're the same, so we'll just say they're the same. I might not have something screwed together tight or whatever the case may be, but effectively they're the same dimensions. The brightness level, I've taken these both out in the backyard, and I'm going to show you some footage of that in a second. The 2014 is 1050 lumens on the max level, and the 2016 is 1100 lumens, and that's on their turbo mode. So they have built some efficiency into this somehow though, and I'm going to guess it's the bulb. On this one it uses the XML2U2, and on this one it uses the XPL-V6. And what I mean by some efficiencies is let's go down through the output levels and talk about the runtime for each of those output levels. So here you have 1050 lumens for 90 minutes. Here you have 1100 lumens for 95 minutes. Here on the high mode you have 800 lumens for an hour and 30 minutes. Here you have 435 lumens for 4.2 hours. So this one's brighter on the high mode, but lasts, a fraction of the time. On medium, this one's 280 lumens for 5 hours. This one is 175 lumens for 11.8 hours. On low, this one is 20 lumens for 3 days. This one is 18 lumens for 5.5 days. Now think about that, 20 lumens versus 18 lumens, you're effectively not even going to be able to tell the difference, but the fact that this one lasts 5.5 days and this one lasts 3 days, big difference. And then on the Firefly mode, this one lasts 0.3 lumens for 66 days, and this one lasts as 0.4 lumens for 74 days. Again, you're not going to notice that, tenth of a lumen difference, but this one lasts 8 days longer than this one. And then I wasn't able to find strobe output for this one, but I know that this one is the 1100 lumens for 3.8 hours on the strobe mode. Alright, so I'm going to apologize in advance because the camera is going to go in and out of focus, but what you really want to see here is the brightness of these two lights. So on the right is the 2016, the new one. On the left is the 2014. Again, you have 1100 lumens here, 1050 lumens here, and with my naked eye, the only difference I can really see is the 2014 might have a little bit brighter hotspot, whereas this one has more flood. This one does a much better job of illuminating the peripheral area. The 2016 does. Alright, the high mode, or excuse me, the Firefly mode on each of these lights, it's not even going to reach the trees. So very, very low level there. Let's take it up to low. You can just barely see it on the trees. Medium. So you have the 2016 here, the 2014 here. There's high, and there's back to that turbo mode. Now to get the strobe mode, all you do is you hold down the button for 1 second, and the operation on both of these is exactly the same. They go into strobe, hit it one more time, and it goes back to whatever setting you were on. Now on both of these lights, whatever setting you were on, let me take this, there's medium, and I'm going to turn the light off, turn it back on, right back to medium. So it resets at whatever level you had it at. Alright, so the biggest difference between these two lights. If I had to leverage a complaint against this light, on the 2014 model, the button here is very low profile. Now here's the actual on-off switch, which is the same on this one. But to go through the modes, you use this other button here. And this one's very low profile. And in the dark, it's actually a challenge to find a lot of times. If you have gloves on, you can probably forget about it. You're not going to find it. I've taken this down to deer camp many, many times. It's been cold. I've tried to pull it out of my backpack and end up having to either take my glove off or you know, fumble around trying to find the button on it. On this one, you're not going to have that problem. You can see there the button is much, much more pronounced. It's still recessed down inside of this little trough here, so you're not going to have any accidental presses. Again, if it's off, it doesn't matter what you do here. But that is the biggest change on this flashlight, and it really shows that Thrunite is paying attention to their customers and the feedback that they get. The other difference is this one comes with a black anodized clip, and this one comes with a silver clip. So let's give you a close-up. It is aircraft grade aluminum body, nice knurling. It's got a smooth reflector that is the same as the previous model. Again, I mentioned the black clip instead of the silver one. I think that was probably due to customer feedback also. I know personally I don't like having a silver clip hanging outside of my pocket. I prefer the black one, just like on this Olight here. Great construction. Another thing that I'll mention is when I go to deer camp, a lot of times I'll stand it up on its tail cap like that, point it up at the ceiling, and because at deer camp, after we turn the generators off, you know, we're without power. And for me, there's oftentimes I'll have to get up, get something out of my backpack or out of my dirt box, you know, that has my camo gear in it and stuff like that. So I'll stand this up on its end, point it up at the ceiling, and it kind of illuminates the entire cabin that I'm in. So I do like that this is tail cap standable. A lot of lights with the push button on the tail cap are not. This one is. So that is it, guys. The Thrunite TN12. I'm going to post a link in the description below. Fantastic light. In fact, my father-in-law bought one. He liked this so much. It's about $50 at the time of this video, and I can't recommend it highly enough. Go check it out. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button for me below. Lots more videos to come. We'll see you on the next one.